Hi everyone, can you hear me? If you can hear me, can you give me a like and just say hi? If I'm audible, can you just press the like once and give a hi in the chat? Okay. Hi Yash, hi Divya, thanks for joining. And as usual, we'll wait for some people to join before starting. Hi everyone, if you can hear me, then you can start joining the quiz. And what we are going to do is we are going to have a quiz on LLM and RAG today. So as we discussed last time, so the theme is RAG and LLM. So please start joining the quiz. Just go to Slido, enter this number and you will be in the quiz. And if you have joined now, you can just consider pressing the like and giving me a hi so that I know that you are able to hear me and you will be joining the quiz. So I'll just wait for people to join. More the better. More players, better interesting the quiz will be. So keep joining. Okay, I can see some people joining. Guys, you can also join fast. Divya is asking, is this as in-depth quiz on all those paid open source models? So RAG and LLM are basically in one way you can say new or advanced topics in the world of data science, AI, machine learning. What we are going to do today is we are going to check the basic understanding of people in RAG and LLM. Okay. And if I see a lot of participation, lot of interest in this area, we can have one more quiz on the same topic with more deeper questions. Okay. So today it will be more of, do you understand RAG? Do you understand LLM? Do you understand few functionalities, few keywords? What is what does what, those kind of things. Okay. So keep joining the quiz, guys. I can see around 10 people, but I don't see them joining here. So just you can go to Slido and join the quiz. If you join early, it will be, you will get exposure to all the 20 questions and you will have a fair chance to come in the leaderboard. We will give it some time till more people join. Okay. So let people join. Meanwhile, we can discuss something else in the chat if you want. You can ask me some open questions related to your careers, resume, jobs, interviews, colleges, learning, anything that you want. Because what I see in the last quizzes is many people are joining late and I feel they might not be getting good feeling, thinking that they joined late and they could have done better if they joined early. Okay, if you have joined now, you can just share it with your any friend if they want to join. Okay, and then it will be more participants and it will be more fun. If you want your friends to join, you can simply share the link and they can join, okay? Because we can't be waiting for so much of time, right? I'll just give it a few minutes more, maybe 2 minutes more, and then I will start because I don't want you guys to keep waiting. Just give 2 minutes more and I'll start, okay? So I'm sure you must be learning about um LLM and RAGs, and there are many YouTube videos and many articles on different platforms on these topics. But as you also know, these topics are still evolving. So these areas are far away from the maturity, okay? So there are everyday new concepts coming. But if you know how any area is building from the scratch, right? Then you will get a better understanding of when the improvements also happen. For example, if you know how a basic RAG architecture works, then only you will be able to understand how the things are improving in chunking area and anything related to RAG, right? Okay, I think let's get started and let some people join from the background. Okay. Okay, so I can see some messages. Great. Yes, you are participating in some RAG Hack Microsoft Hackathon. So this is a good information for others as well. If you want to have a look, you can go to this GitHub and you can just see what are the things happening there. Okay, with that in mind, let's go ahead and let's go to our first question. Okay, and I'm starting the quiz. Meanwhile, people can join if they join late. Okay. So this is a very simple one, and 100% of people have given the right answer. So there is no, there should not be any confusions on this because LLM stands for large language model, and what is the job of large language model is basically it is a separate advancement in the field of AI or machine learning or deep learning, where we work with models with multiple parameters, okay, and mostly work with human language or languages. So we call that large language models. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so some people are saying reinforcement learning here, which does not look right to me because reinforcement learning is something very different concept. Okay, it is basically a separate way or separate branch of AI ML, you can say. That is reinforcement learning. But transfer learning is something where you can take the learning from some other domain or task and feed it into the new model. Okay, so here transfer learning is right. Yes. So here the options are, what does attention mechanism do? And not only in terms of LLM, but in general also, if somebody is talking of attention mechanism, what they are basically talking is, what is the importance of different tokens as compared to with respect to other tokens of the sentence basically. So A is absolutely wrong. B is generating tokens. No, attention does not do that. And reducing the size of the model. No. So here weighing is the right answer. Okay. So here we are discussing about RAG over standard LLM. Okay. So basically, standard LLM is quite generic in nature, and if I want to use standard LLM with knowledge of my domain or my company or my area, what I do is I basically feed that information through RAG, and then it becomes more factually correct. Okay, so this is the topmost advantage of using RAG on top of standard LLM. Okay, let's go to the next one. Which component is central to the architecture of RAG model? So here we are talking about the not the not the actual architecture. We are talking about what component is central to the architecture of RAG. Okay. So when you talk of RAG, I'm not asking you what are the building blocks of RAG. That is not the question. I'm asking you from AI machine learning ML point of view, right? What is the one thing that is very close to the RAG? Okay. So if we talk of RAG mechanism, right? Retrieval mechanism, or the way we discussed, right? We feed the external information. So how do you retrieve it? Correct. That is the additional component. If you think from basic data science point of view, right? So how RAG is different from other things is you retrieve some information from somewhere else. Okay. And so here embedding layers is not the answer, because embedding layers is basically one part of the system, maybe, but this is the central retrieve mechanism is the central when it comes to RAG. Okay. So let's go and see the leaderboard once. Divya is giving in very less number of time. I mean, very less amount of time, basically. That is awesome. And 5 by 5, 5 by 5, because all were basically simple questions. Nothing was complicated. So uh, I expect you to give right answers. So as I told you, right, these are new topics in the market, not very old topics, right? So what I want to see is the interest in this area. And today we will keep it slightly at surface level. And if you people are interested, I will go deeper into more talk or more discussions on these areas. Okay. So total there are 20 questions. We have covered 5. So 25% of the quiz is done. Another 75% left. So I wish all the best to all 5 people on the top of the leaderboard. And let's go ahead and see the next one. Okay. Okay. So this was a simple one. We are talking about what is stored outside. Okay. So what is stored outside is what you fetch through the in one question back we discussed, right? The retrieval mechanism and the external knowledge source. So that is nothing but your text document. I have a video on this as well on Unfold Data Science where I created a RAG. I uploaded one book, Atomic Habits, and then I was able to ask questions related to atomic habits. So basically, text document or embeddings is what you keep, and then you take it in your learning. This also seems to be very simple to me. Oh, half of the people are saying GPT-3, half of the people are saying BERT. Okay, so in this case, we are talking about which kind of model is often used as a retriever in RAG. And basically, if you see here, right, most of the places, if you read about it, right, it will be a BERT only, not GPT-3. And GPT-3 is basically, if you see, can it be used? Yes, it can be used, but in general, wherever RAG is there, you will see discussion of BERT itself. Okay, so if I have to choose one between these two, I'll go for BERT. This should be easy one, I believe. I'm expecting 100%. Okay, so 20% people are saying reducing the size of training data set. Here, what I will say is whenever you are integrating retrieval into a language model, right? So the primary reason why I will do a integration of RAG or retrieval mechanism in LLM is basically because I want the relevancy, right? And when I'm introducing relevancy, right, I also want to ensure my model is fluent. My model is none of the capabilities of my original LLM is coming down. Okay. So the key challenge for this particular process is basically how do you balance relevance and fluency? And some people are saying option C, which could be one of the thing, but not as important as option B. Okay. Okay. So here everybody is saying it's option B, which is right in this case. So it is clear from if you see this word here, right? Late and then fusion. Fusion means mixing and late means late. Okay. So it simply means that we will mix the things together later in the process. So what we are saying here, retrieved information and generated text will be mixed later at a late stage. That is basically a concept of late fusion. So as I told in the beginning of this Q&A, right? These are the areas which every day something new is coming in these areas. Okay. So we have to really understand how things are improving. And this is late fusion is also one of the technique that is, you know, when if you go 1 year back, people were discussing RAG and how architecture will work. Many of these concepts were not there. Now all these things are coming. Okay. Benefit of using a dense retriever, yes, provide semantically rich retrieval. All these options, right, are not that relevant for this question. Okay. So basically, why we will use a retriever like this is we want to have a semantically rich retrieval. Now 10 questions done, 50% done. Let's see leaderboard once. Okay. So Yash and Divya are all 10 out of 10, which is amazing. And three people, um, Pratik and Jasmine are 9 out of 10. That is also great. Divya, the time being taken is really less than other people's, but then Yash and Pratik are also kind of similar amount of time. So this is really good. All of you are doing very, very nice. Okay. So there is nothing to be feel like some person is, you know, above you or below you, nothing like that. Just try to understand the question and give the answer. That's all. If you understand the concept, that's all. Okay. So if you're liking the quiz so far, give a thumbs up or just drop a comment in the YouTube chat. I will just hold for a moment for you to do that. And how many people are playing now in our quiz? We will see in the end, no problem. So you can just drop a comment in the YouTube saying you're lagging it so far, 50% done. And then we go to the next one. Okay. So first, let me see, there is some comment here. 50% done, we will move to the next 50%, which will not be so simple as the previous 50% basically. So it will not be like acronyms and full forms. It will be slightly not very difficult, but let's see. Okay. So I will go to the next one now. Okay. So whenever we talk of encoder or either decoder, it can't be normalizing. That is not the purpose of encoder decoder. The purpose of encoder decoder is always to do something with the sequences. And in this case, if you are confused between A and B, it's still fine in one way, but C is not at all a right answer here. Okay, so B is the right answer. So in terms of LLMs improve their generalization, we are talking about improving the generalization process. And here there is reinforcement learning was again a distractor. And as you could see in multitask learning, right, you can gain that generalization. Okay. Reinforcement learning is basically a different approach of machine learning to say, but here we are asking about what training approach. Okay. So multitasking learning training approach. Okay. Here 75% people are saying hybrid retriever will combine dense and sparse retrieval techniques. And some people are saying tokenization and embedding it will mix. Okay. So as you can see, tokenization and embedding here the thing is hybrid retriever. Okay. We are not saying hybrid feature engineering, or we are not saying hybrid training mechanism, something like that. We are saying hybrid retriever. So basically, whenever we talk of retriever, we are talking about how can we mix two different retrieval techniques in hybrid. So dense and sparse retrieval techniques, if you mix it, you call it hybrid retrieval technique, not the tokenization and embedding. Okay. So here we are specifically talking about domain specific data, and domain specific data is basically improving domain specific accuracy. And that is what the right answer should be here. Okay. This should be very simple and fast. Fact checking, yes, absolutely correct. Because in any of the documents or any of the external information that we are feeding, there is some information lying, and we can validate our knowledge from that. So for example, if somebody asks a question to LLM, how many centuries Virat Kohli has scored, and if there is a RAG generation where Virat Kohli data is stored, right, then we can do the fact checking there of the basically information generated from the model. Okay, let's see the leaderboard now. 75% done. Okay, so it is more or less same what we saw the last time, and it looks really good, really competitive, and really nice to me. So 15 out of 15, 15 out of 15. I really like top two people. And then Pratik and Jasmine also are doing very good. Monisha is also there. So that's lovely actually. Okay. So last 25% of the questions, let's go and see that. Okay, so here there are no confusions. I'm happy and this looks good. Learning with no label data. Yes. Indexing. Yes, that's correct. The reason being, when you are maintaining a large scale retrieval, right? Anywhere, if you have to search you have to do some kind of search or some kind of extraction from a large kind of database. What will help you is basically indexing. So in this case, indexing. They require less training data. I don't think so. Main advantage of using pre-trained model we are talking about here, right? And there, so here we are saying we will use a pre-trained LLM directly. Okay. So option D is the more relevant here. Why do you want to retrain it? We are not talking about retraining, right? The model forgets previously learned task, catastrophic forgetting. Yes, this is clear from the name only. So if it's catastrophic means it is talking about something which should not happen. The model forgets previously learned task. Okay. So here is the final leaderboard. And as you can see here, Pratik has come to second position because of little bit of timing as compared to Yash. And then 19 by 20, 19 by 20, both of them. So both of them are doing great. And then comes Jasmine and Monisha. And how many people are playing in total? Let me go ahead and see all their scores once. So Ayaj, Shubham, you also can see here your scores. Okay. So what I want you to do is congratulations again, all of you in leaderboard, and give some topics in the comment section for the next quiz that you want. I will just take a note and I will just prepare on those. Give some comments on what is the topic you want me to create next quiz on, or if you want me to create a on this topic itself, you want me to go a little deeper, or you want to go towards statistics side or deep learning side, or what is that you are interested in. And just to let you know, guys, the next quiz will be on week of 28, 29. Okay. 28, 29. So next 2 weeks, there are some personal commitments. So next quiz will be on week of 28, 29. So mostly on 29th. Okay. 29 September, I'm talking about. Same time. So the only thing I want from you is please come in that quiz as well. I have some suggestions here. NLP, RNN, LSTM, GRU, or stats, or some other topic. Okay. So we can take these topics, no problem. So you can bring some of your friends as well, more people, more fun. And I'm also thinking to change the structure of the quiz a little bit, because what I want to happen is I want more discussions to happen. Okay. So for example, I'll give you one example what I mean by that. Okay. So if somebody tells that why this answer, why not this answer, right? Then I want that discussion to happen in the YouTube. For that, I will change the structure a bit, because that discussion is something that I think we are missing. We will do that from the next quiz onwards. And then see you all in the next quiz. Thanks for joining. Have a lovely rest of the weekend, everyone. Bye.